Mm-hmm.
was made by Paid Andy, I think. I saw the video. He's not a popular Cuban YouTuber at all. He has barely 30,000 subs. I think. However, I do admit back then he was more popular than me. I am insignificant in the Cuban community. However, I saw this video of this Paid Andy guy and very interesting. I used to think that the Rubik's cube was an impossible thing that just some random thing that literally nobody could solve, an impossibly hard thing. That was just some random cube until I saw how this guy was able to solve it in 10 to 20 seconds, something like that. Even though in today's standards this is slow to some people, I saw this and I was shocked to the core. Like I was genuinely trembling in my voice. Like when I say that, I think so sarcastically.
Shiver me
I was actually
timbers.
trembling. Yes, I was actually shivering. My legs were actually shaking and so impressed. Like this is actually how impressive it was. Ever since then, I decided, why can't I do like that? So I got a Rubik's brand from my parents, and I found out that same as Luis Moretz, that cube was like that thing could barely move. Straight, I literally had an arm cramp trying to corner cut it. For those who don't know what corner cutting is, it's basically when when you misalign a cube and turn it, the better the cube, the more angles it can turn. I was trying to do it at like the least angle possible, and my arm was, and I had like a cramp for like 2 hours in my like, it
Dang.
was like my arm, and like I swear that I never touched that Rubik's brand ever again.
I remember. I remember last year in my school year. I'm not gonna say what grade I am, but what's it called? I remember last year. I was in my class and I brought my Rubik. Well, I was like, you know what? Not bad. Maybe I will get made fun at, but all in all, I was hoping the best. So what I did was I bring it, and then basically what happened. I was showing my friend. I'm gonna give him a random name. Bob. I was yeah yes. I was my friend. I'm just gonna call him Andrew. Yeah, it seems more aesthetic. Anyways, I was telling Andrew. So as I'm telling Andrew about my Rubik's cube. You're he says some weird words that I do not know what it means. He says in this exact words, your cube is so hard to corner cut. And I say, what? And then he leans up and says, your cube is so hard how to corner cut. And I'm like, what does that mean? He eventually told me it's like how like well you can move it about the corner or whatnot. And I was like, oh. And I said, yeah, it's a bad brand. And he said, it's okay. I'll put some water on it in the bathroom. I didn't think much. I hold up. Let me talk. At the time, at the time, I didn't think it was. I thought like, man, Rubik's cubes are probably waterproof these days. So I didn't know. Don't blame me. Don't blame me. As as he goes to the bathroom, he comes out the bathroom with the Rubik's cube in shambles and messed up. and I'm like, and I'm like, oh my god. So I'm like, how? How'd you break it? Why? Why? And with his calmest reaction and face, he's like, oh, don't worry, I'll buy you a new one. And I'm like, you're broke off. You're broke off. Your broke off shirt or money ain't buying me nothing. And he's like, don't worry. It will come within a month. A month? Nah, I need that now. 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 And then I get mad and I slap him in the face and then he tries to slap me back, but he as he's trying to slap me, he ends up tripping on a rock because we were outside. And I'm like, month, you're gonna see what's gonna happen. 1 month later, he says, "Oh, I bought you the Rubik's Cube." And I was like, "Oh, you still remember that?" He says, "Yeah." It's like an $89 Rubik's Cube. I freeze and I say, $89? I'm so surprised. And I say, "Andrew?" He says, "Yeah." "Where'd you get the money for this?" Oh, he says, "Oh, don't worry about it." For all I know, that man could be selling pictures of himself, but who knows? Anyway,
Remember, guys, water in the Rubik's Cube. In fact, you should buy lube from the cubicle. Yes, thanks for the cubicle for making the Ep1 channel possible. Discovering the cubicle, which inspired, which is one of the inspirations of me starting my cubicle career. Um, they offer great lubes to put, which is instead of putting water, I put um two types of lubes. One is silicone. One is like lubes from
wait, wait,
these.
wait, wait, wait. Can you explain to the people what is lube? Some people do not understand what is lube.
So lube is a substance. They usually come in like little bottles that you can drip in, or like in syringes, or or in some cases just a big tube which you can inject or drop these substances in a cube. Some give fluidity, some give stability, some give speed, some gives which is longevity, which is increasing the cube's lifetime, and some do other benefits to the cube itself, such as repairing its plastic or having or basically just doing great things for the cube in general. Um, my favorite is DNM37 because it is easy to get. It is a cheap lube and it's great. It can come in many different ways to put in. I don't really like lubes like Martian. I tried Martian once. I even searched on the toilet for Martian because Martian took me to Google. So now I just made DNM37, which is what I recommend to all cubers. In fact, I think that it might be the best lube, correct me if I'm wrong. However, personally, they can make some Rubik's plans pretty fast. Like like some like Moyu cubes, like the cheap ones lose like $3. Like the Moyu 3C, especially those cheap cubes. If you put like a good lube in a Rubik's plan, you can actually outperform those cubes, which is crazy coming from a Rubik's player. In fact, in my Discord server, when people are like timeout, I put them in a Rubik's brand break, when it comes to Rubik's, they've been to the cube. It's all respect to Rubik's. In fact, I was the company that shows respect when it came to Rubik's. They created everything. Um, and eventually Rubik's cube. They're the reason why most WCA competitions were possible. And I would give nothing but respect to Rubik's.
Respect. But with all that, I have a question. Uh, I remember the other day, you had your camera on and you were like showing me your cubes and showing me how fast solve them. And I remember there was one 3x3 that you said had carbon fiber. And you said the loop can repair the plastic. So If the carbon fiber was damaged, would the lube repair that too?
No, when I'm talking about repairing plastic, it's not actually like regenerating and repairing the plastic itself. It just makes the plastic last longer or makes it like more smoother. It doesn't actually heal the plastic. I don't think Cube loops do that in many terms.
Okay,
But
I was just wondering because yeah. So, what other questions do we have? How many people do we have in the live stream actually?
no, actually, I'm just recording this on the podcast.
Oh, I'm live streaming and let's see how many people I have. Zero
I have
as
no idea.
always.
Yeah.
Not surprising.
Um. So let's. So for all the new viewers out there, I have something to tell you guys. Is that you guys use the beginner's method? Now you may think, yes, I do, or no, I don't. If you do use the beginner's method, maybe you should start switching to a more advanced method.
If you're mastered at
Because now
it.
there's beginner's method takes like a day to master.
Oh, my
It,
I haven't
it's
used it yet.
yeah, the beginner's method is the slowest method. Um, it can also be called the linear method, which is another. They just call it the beginner's method because it's the easiest and the slowest method.
Mhm.
And so, my suggestions is to switch into three advanced methods: CFOP and YPerm. CFOP, you so in the beginner's method, you first create a white daisy and then align each edge and then make it down to make a cross. In in the CFOP method, in the first step of solving the cube, you make a cross in one single set of moves, which is a pretty advanced concept for some people. In what is it? In the beginner's method, you then make the corners and then the edges of the first two layers. However, in CFOP, you you do the corners and the edges together in one step, and in 47 different algorithms or cases that you have to memorize and inspect around the cube. Um, in the beginner, you would first make a cross on the top, and then you would make the edges and then align each corner to the correct area. In the CFOP method, you do that, which is, however, the algorithm. There are a lot of algorithms that will take a long time to memorize. It can even take some people to 7 years to memorize all the algorithms of step. This is also called OLL, the orientation to the last layer. The next step in the beginner's method was to create headlights and then switch the corners in each position using simple steps, and then you just finish it off with the last step. All of that in one algorithm, which again is a lot of algorithms to memorize. However, with enough practice, who knows, maybe you can get some of them down. So the next one is RU. RU is a second method, advanced method. You first create two blocks, which is like a rectangle on each side. Then you use an algorithm um, to orient the corners and then permutate the corners, and then you have to do what's called LSC, the last edges, in which you have to first orient the edges. You have to permutate them in different locations of the cube, and then finish it off with the last two edges, and then solve the cube. Ru is I really like Ru because it has a good concept, and it can actually be faster than CFOP in some cases. The last method is ZZ. This is by far, I think, the hardest method out of all of them. Do something called an EO line. If you guys don't know what that is basically sort of like making all the. It's very advanced. Even I can't understand it. It's like when you make sure that all you don't actually solve anything. You basically do moves that in algorithms to make like the edges like become like good edges. So like after you do this step, like you can just like finish it off with like normal CFOP easily, which like I cannot even comprehend how that even works. But like, yeah, ZZ I think is by far the hardest method, in my opinion. The hardest to understand, definitely. I don't think it's the hardest to do. It is the hardest to understand. I when I was like eight, not eight, when I was like 9 or 10, I was trying to learn ZZ because I thought it would be cool to learn ZZ, and I had a mental breakdown for like 5 minutes. So yeah. And don't even talk about Petrus because Petrus is dead in the core.
Mm-hmm. Sorry if I wasn't talking. I have some big news. So since I'm live streaming, sorry to take the show away from you, but this is important for my channel. So ca- can I please say it? Or
Okay, we are not doing promotions.
no, 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 no. We're not. No, I'm not doing promotions. It's something else. So first,
Oh,
no, it's not. It's nothing considered to promotion. It's just big news. Uh, for for my channel, if you guys can hold up. Sorry, my microphone unplugged for a second. So, big news for my channel. First of all, I will be leaving for uh unestimated 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 of days. And how do I say that? Um, I do want to say that I will be face revealing right now this live stream. I'm just kidding, but I will say once we get back from my channel, uh, better we will be entering prime time. When I say that, I mean I'm gonna have more free to do more editing stuff like that. So stay tuned for my channel. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
continue with the cubing stuff. We still have more questions to ask our friend Elise. So first, is what is such if you cubing method, what do you think will go well for you?
Mm. Like a at least 5 months experience for me to at least like know the basics or even more than the basics. It's hard to say, but at the moment, maybe. I'm not sure though.
So so a question that I want to ask is, um, do you have any questions about cubing in general, like cubes, competitions, how it works, definitions, terms, methods, things like that, or just like things about the cube or cubing community in general? Do you
Uh,
want to ask?
yes, yes, actually. To end it off, you said.
Yes, this will be a final thing in the podcast.
I would like to ask. When you go to a competition, they give you scram, but I remember seeing this one video where some guy got like three of the same scrambles. So is that still possible, or did they fix that?
That's pretty rare. All Let me tell you how competitions work real quick for YouTubers. So when you're in a queuing competition, you would first get called to a group. You would have a you would have a little thing that shows how like if you judge, if you run, or if you comp. If you compete, you will sit down, and then the judge will take off the cover. The judge will usually be another competitor, and they will take off the cover, and then you will start solving. In competitions, usually there will be you will meet a lot of people. It is a good place to socialize, and even though it's a competition, even the name is a competition. It's it's a very relaxed environment to hang out or to talk about your hobby to other competitors. In fact, many people go to the cubing competition just for the fun of it, and it's pretty nice when everyone when literally like the hundreds of people around you are all cubers.
Mhm.
I think some competitions can go up in the thousands of people who attend it,
Dang.
and like yeah, because like cubing competitions are like sometimes they're like very big and like yeah, there's a lot of competitors, and sometimes they get full and like there's not enough like room for everyone to go in. So some competitions have a limit, like like 100 or 1,000 or 10,000 people.
Dang. Um. Wow. This podcast was big.
This podcast bring many memories. So guys, in the next episode of Y-Perm podcast, we will be exploring the ways of different cubers like Felix Zemdex, Max Park, or the cubing community in general. Thank you for watching. Maybe we'll see a return in this fella. So so let's